If you're new to investing, you've probably heard two very different pieces of advice. The first group says, just buy index funds and hold them forever. The second group says, if you want to build serious wealth, you need to pick individual stocks. So who's right? Should beginners invest in index funds, or should they try to find the next big company before everyone else does? This is one of the biggest questions new investors face. And honestly, it's easy to get confused. I've been investing and studying the stock market for over 10 years, and today I'm going to break down both approaches in plain English. No complicated financial jargon, no confusing charts, just a simple comparison to help you understand which strategy makes the most sense if you're just getting started. By the end of this video, you'll know the advantages, disadvantages, risks, and potential rewards of both index funds and individual stocks. And more importantly, you'll know which option is likely the better choice for most beginners. Let's get started.
Let's begin with index funds. An index fund is essentially a basket of stocks. Instead of buying one company, you're buying many companies at once. Imagine walking into a fruit store. You could buy a single apple. Or you could buy a basket containing apples, oranges, bananas, grapes, and many other fruits. An index fund works the same way. You're not betting on one company, you're investing in a collection of companies. For example, some popular index funds track hundreds of America's largest businesses. That means when you buy one share of the fund, you instantly own tiny pieces of hundreds of companies. Technology companies, healthcare companies, banks, retail businesses, manufacturing companies, everything. This diversification is one of the biggest reasons index funds are so popular.
Now let's talk about individual stocks. When you buy an individual stock, you're investing in a single company. Maybe you believe a particular company has a bright future. Maybe you love its products. Maybe you think its profits will grow dramatically over the next decade. Instead of buying hundreds of companies, you're choosing specific businesses yourself. For example, imagine you believe a technology company will dominate its industry. You might buy shares of that company directly. If your prediction is correct, your investment could perform very well. But if you're wrong, the results could be disappointing. This is where things become interesting. Individual stocks offer higher potential rewards, but they also come with higher risk. And that's the trade-off every investor needs to understand. Let's be honest, individual stocks are exciting. There's something thrilling about finding a company before everyone else notices it. People love hearing stories about investors who bought shares of successful companies early and became wealthy. Those stories are everywhere. And because of that, many beginners enter the stock market believing they need to find the next big winner. They spend hours reading articles, watching videos, following influencers, looking for the next stock that could explode. But here's what most people don't realize. For every success story, there are countless failures that nobody talks about. Many investors buy companies that never live up to expectations. Some companies stagnate, some decline, and some disappear completely. The stock market doesn't just reward confidence, it rewards being correct. And that's much harder than most people think. Now, let's look at the other side. Why do so many experienced investors recommend index funds? The answer is simple. They eliminate the need to guess. Think about it. Instead of trying to predict which company will dominate the future, you simply invest in all of them. Some companies will perform poorly. Some will perform exceptionally well. But because you own many businesses, the winners help offset the losers. This dramatically reduces risk. It's similar to owning an entire sports league rather than betting on one team. Even if one team has a terrible season, the league continues operating. Index funds allow beginners to participate in overall market growth without needing to become stock-picking experts. That's a huge advantage, especially when you're just starting.
Let's talk about risk, because risk is where the biggest difference exists. Imagine you invest all your money into one company. Everything seems great. Then suddenly, the company faces unexpected problems. Profits decline, customers leave, competition increases. The stock drops 50%. Your portfolio suffers significantly because everything depended on one company. Now compare that to an index fund. Even if one company struggles, hundreds of others continue operating. Your investment isn't dependent on a single business. This doesn't eliminate risk completely. The stock market can still decline. But diversification helps reduce company-specific risk. And for beginners, that's incredibly valuable. One of the easiest ways to make investing less stressful is to avoid putting all your eggs in one basket. That's exactly what index funds help you do.
Here's where things get interesting. Can individual stocks outperform index funds? Absolutely! In fact, some stocks have generated extraordinary returns over the years. If you choose the right company at the right time, you can potentially earn returns much higher than the overall market. But there's a catch. You need to choose correctly. And that's not easy. Even professional fund managers with research teams, advanced software, and decades of experience often struggle to consistently beat the market. Think about that! People whose full-time job is analyzing companies often fail to outperform broad market indexes. Yet many beginners believe they can consistently pick winning stocks after watching a few videos online. It's possible, but it's much harder than it looks. This doesn't mean individual stock investing is bad. It simply means beginners should understand the challenge before diving in. If I could go back in time and start over as a beginner, here's exactly what I would do. I would focus most of my money on index funds. Why? Because they provide diversification, simplicity, and exposure to long-term market growth. Then, if I wanted to learn about individual companies, I might dedicate a small percentage of my portfolio to stock picking, maybe 5%. Maybe 10%. That way I could learn, experiment, and gain experience without putting my entire financial future at risk. Think of it like learning to drive. You don't start by racing in Formula One. You start in a controlled environment. You build skills gradually. Investing should be approached the same way. There's another benefit of index funds that people rarely talk about. They reduce emotional decision-making. When investors own individual stocks, they often become emotionally attached. They panic when prices fall. They become greedy when prices rise. They constantly check their portfolios, and sometimes they make impulsive decisions. Index fund investors tend to experience less of this because they're focused on the broader market rather than individual company headlines. This makes it easier to stay invested during difficult periods, and staying invested is one of the most important factors in long-term investing success. So let's answer the question: index funds or individual stocks? For most beginners, index funds are probably the better choice. They offer instant diversification, lower risk, less research, less stress, and historically, they've delivered strong long-term results. That doesn't mean individual stocks are bad. They can be exciting, they can be educational, and sometimes they can generate incredible returns. But they require more knowledge, more research, and a higher tolerance for risk. For someone just starting their investing journey, simplicity often wins. And that's exactly what index funds provide. Let's quickly recap. Index funds allow you to invest in hundreds of companies at once. Individual stocks allow you to invest in specific companies. Individual stocks have higher potential rewards, but also higher risks. Index funds provide diversification and simplicity. Most beginners benefit from focusing on long-term investing rather than trying to find the next big winner. And perhaps most importantly, remember this: your success as an investor will depend far more on consistency, patience, and discipline than on finding the perfect stock. Because building wealth isn't about making one brilliant investment. It's about making good decisions consistently over time. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more investing and personal finance content. And let me know in the comments: are you currently investing in index funds, individual stocks, or both? I'd love to hear your answer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.